like to welcome my listeners and thank you for joining us today for another episode of my podcast, The Stamp of Approval. So today, this episode that I'm going to be talking to Rudy about, we are going to talk about how to develop the best core values for a successful real estate team or even business. And the culture is the key to a successful business. Welcome, Rudy!
It's a pleasure to be here, Kristin. So much fun on my first podcast here. When they talk about culture, is that they put something on the wall and they try to modify behaviors. They try to change people from the outside. So here in our team, when we talk about culture, we talk about who we truly are.
How did you decide what your core values were, and how did you go from there to hire and then develop the culture of your team?
Who are we? So for example, we came up with a long list. We came up with a list of maybe about 30, 50 of who we are, and then we narrow it down to the top 10. So professionals striving for excellence. We believe that everything we do, we always do it in excellence. And how do we serve our clients? We talk about core values number 2, care about each other. Meaning, when somebody how do you know you care about each other? Well, when we look at ourselves, we know somebody's getting pregnant, somebody getting things happen in their life. Yes, we expect excellence in our daily lives, but we don't shoot the wounded. And then the next core values, we talk about go to the extra mile. But a team, we expect people to perform at excellence. They know this is a professional work environment. We know, we embrace that. In fact, later on, we'll talk about the 4 group of people that we are serving. So we are a team.
And one thing I really saw with the team is everybody really wanted to help each other, right? To help each other. And they shared their successes, the different people on the team. But also what I felt in the culture, obviously, that you have developed is I felt that, somebody had been, he just became a U.S. citizen after 30 years, right?
Oh, yes. Chris.
That was amazing. So you guys had a big celebration for him. And 3 days that you just spend with your team on growing and teaching and learning and coaching, right? And you guys basically shut down so you can give the best to all of your clients out there, right? So you've developed that culture of education.
We don't believe in competition. Kristin, competition is for the average. If you want to be successful, you gotta dominate the marketplace. If you want to be the 1%, you gotta do what the 99% of the people don't do. The first one, we are talking about striving for excellence. The second one, we are talking about truly care about one another. The third one is about to go to the extra mile to serve the other. We are talking about the second mile service. Core value number 4 is humble and trustworthy. Remember, there are many people in our team, as you saw last week. Everybody in our team, we have young people doing extremely well, but humility is important because otherwise, I've seen so many people in the team before, right? In real estate, everybody is making so much money and then it crashed basically, right? Because of humility problem. And then core values number 5 is being coachable and eager to improve. Being coachable and eager to improve. In fact, one of the reason people in our team becoming successful is because of their being coachable. And number 6 is never gossip, right? Gossip is having a conversation about somebody when they are not there. That's gossip. And then core values number 7 is respect the opinions of others. And then the core values number 8 is openly share our thoughts, open communication.
When I walked into that room last week for those 3 days, you could feel the energy, the excitement. You could feel working, on your team and how much everybody loved it. But also it was surrounded by your core values. So you posted things everywhere. So everybody knows what that is, right? So they know what the core values are and what your mission and the vision is of the team.
Yes, and without vision, in the Bible it says, with no vision the people perish. Think about it. With no vision, the people perish. The people perish, Kristin. So here in our team, our mission is to elevate people's life. And then we ask the next question is who? Who are the people that we are trying to influence? The first one is our clients. We have to keep in mind The first group of people is our clients. The second group of people is the team members, the people in our team, the team members. The third one is our vendors, our partners, our vendor partners. And the last, number 4, the group is the community. So one of our core values is be generous. So those are the 10 core values. But when we develop those 10 core values, Kristin, we keep in mind the 4 people. So we go back. The fundamental, the basis of this is with no vision, the people perish. But then we ask, who are the people? There are 4 group of people. It's the clients, the team members, the vendor partners, and the community. If anything worth doing with excellence, right? So either you do or you don't. The second one, we talk about truly care about one another. The next one, we talk about going to the extra mile. If the buyers buy a home with our competitors, are they eventually going to end up with the same home anyway? Because if the answer is yes, then you don't go to the extra mile, then you are useless in this transaction. In addition to homes that they can see online, we give them access to homes that they cannot see online. For example, for sale by owners, expired, canceled, withdrawn, homes previously listed, new construction, and stuff like that. If we have to make a decision between skill and core values, we pick core values all day long, Kristin. We terminated relationship with team members who don't. So the reason we come up with the core values is because this is how we hire and fire team members. When you and I die, we are not going to be known by the number of homes sold, but we're going to be known by how many. The question is this: how many lives, how many souls have you touched while you are here on earth? So the last core values that we had, I think, is the most important, which is be generous and always do the right thing. We built 6 medical clinics. We serve over 3,000 patients to help in deep villages in Indonesia, in South Africa. I was born in Indonesia, and so we adopt that. And locally here in Children's Hospital in Los Angeles, we were named as the #1 fundraising office for this year. When I pass away, I don't want to be known as the guy who sells thousands of homes, but the question is, how many lives have we touched while we are here on earth? What's the purpose of your life, right? I think at the conference you touched that. What's the purpose? Why you're doing this? When people are greedy, when I say greedy, I'm talking about if you work for money, then you won't be able to. But then somebody gave me a book called The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and on that book, Robert Kiyosaki said that the #1 skill in life in how to influence and persuade people is the sales skill. The #1 skill in life, it's sales skill. Everything you do, every politician, everybody who's successful, every family, if you want to lead a successful family, you got to be able to sell, to influence your family. If every pastor is a salesman, every politician is a salesman. So my biggest one was, I really truly want to learn. I want to learn on how to improve my sales and skill, the ability to influence, to communicate, to influence and persuade people. The difference between door knocking and the cold calling, the door knocking, they curse at you in person. So I was like, this is not good.
You saw Craig Proctor, that he was #1. So you said, okay, let me check him out. Let me go find out what he's about. But how did you know how to market and to put in systems and processes and to go and sell? How did you learn how to do all of that?
And the objective back then was just to create an environment so we can just work. If you want to build a team or you want to be successful in life in general, you got to be mindful of who you surround yourself with. When we talk about environment, I'm not just talking about the physical environment. Obviously, the physical environment has to be conducive for growth, but the people that you surround yourself with. Yep. And I think the biggest change, Kristin, the biggest change is your association. Your association really is the biggest, who you hang out with, your environment. We call it paradigm shift, meaning if you hang out, you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with most of the time. So if you gotta surround yourself with who you wanna be with, right? Whatever you want in life. You wanna be successful in your marriage, you wanna be successful in your business, you wanna be successful in losing weight, whatever you want, there's already somebody who is successful in it. We don't need to reinvent the wheels. All we need to do, we just have to humble ourselves, be coachable enough to follow a proven system. Yes, for all the real estate agents, if you're thinking of buying or selling a home, or if you're a real estate agent, you want to grow your own real estate sales team, all you need to do, call me direct at 626-789-0159. Again, my phone here in the office, 626-789-0159, so we can give you a private backstage tour on how our real estate sales team works.
And just mention that you heard him on the podcast, okay? The Stamp of Approval podcast. And thank you, all the listeners. Thank you today for joining us. And thank you, my dear friend, Rudy. I appreciate you. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kristin. It has been fun. Hey, guys, how was that? That was the first time I ever did a podcast. I never did any podcast. Hey, Kristin, if you're watching this, thank you so much for the opportunity. And last thing I just want to say, find what's your purpose in life. Find the purpose. God created you not to sell homes, right? Find out what's the reason why God put you on planet Earth. Is we are here to serve other people. But when you and I pass away, when you and I die, it's not how many homes we sell, it's how many lives we touch when we are here on earth. Can you imagine when we die and you go up in heaven, and then all the angels in heaven celebrate you, and then God asks you, how many lives have you touched? And then you say, I don't know, I just sell homes. Don't do that. Okay, guys, go serve big. If there's anything I can do for you, you are always welcome to call, stop by in the office, and all you need to do is 626-789-0159. Make it a great day.